All right, welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over amino acids 8 and 9. Amino acid 8 is aspartate, and amino acid number 9 is glutamate. So this group we're going to talk about, these two amino acids, are common in that they have negatively charged R groups. So the first amino acid we're going to look at is aspartate. Aspartate comes in two forms. The first one is aspartate, and the second one is aspartic acid. Aspartate is completely normal. Normal meaning it looks exactly like the other amino acids we've seen. We had that alpha carbon that we love. We got our hydrogen, carboxyl group, and amino group. The R group is a CH2 and a carboxyl group. So we got our CH2 and a carboxyl group. That's aspartate. Aspartate is known as the ionic form of aspartic acid. What does this mean? So if you take aspartic acid and you dump it in water, it gets dissolved in water, it's now aspartate. That's literally what it means. Aspartate is when it's dissolved in water. Aspartic acid is when we change things up. So we still got our alpha carbon, that stays the same. We still got our hydrogen, that stays the same. Our carboxyl group, so let's compare. So our carboxyl group is now a carboxylic acid. So we added a hydrogen to it. Our NH3 is now an NH2, so we changed that. The R group is half of it's the same. So you got a CH2, which stays the same. So we had a CH2 here and we have a CH2 here. That's the same. Now our carboxyl group is now a carboxylic acid. That's the difference. That's it. That's aspartic acid. Tell you some cool things. Well, one cool thing. If you go to a coffee shop or a place that has tea or coffee, you'll probably see those little packets of aspartame. It's that artificial sweetener that possibly can cause cancer. That is made out of aspartate and phenylalanine. Those two amino acids, aspartate and phenylalanine, make up that aspartame's artificial sweetener that's not good for you. So a little interesting fact there. Next is glutamate, abbreviated with an E. It has two forms, glutamate and glutamic acid. Glutamate is exactly the same. It's normal, nothing wrong with it. We got our alpha carbon like usual. We got our hydrogen. We got our carboxyl group and our amino group. Everything's the same. Glutamate, all the difference between aspartate and glutamate is we just add an extra CH2. So now you have a CH2, and a carboxyl. Here we had one CH2 in aspartate. Now we have two CH2s. This is glutamate. We're just adding in an extra CH2. Pretty easy, right? Glutamic acid is when we change things a bit. We still got our alpha carbon, we got our hydrogen. Now we got carboxylic acid. So we changed it. So we're literally making the same exact changes as the last one. From aspartate to aspartic acid, same changes. Now we got an NH2. The R group is CH2 and a carboxylic acid. So you're just adding a hydrogen on there. That's it. That's what a glutamic acid is. Tell you a cool little fun fact. So if you go to a Chinese restaurant, this is very common in Asian cuisine, especially Chinese food, is MSG. They're kind of getting rid of it now because they're realizing how bad it is for you, but it's still there. So you'll probably heard of something called MSG. It's for flavor in Chinese food, usually. MSG, probably never knew what MSG actually stands for. MSG is monosodium glutamate. So that's like MSG, right? So like, here's the M, this is the S, and this is the G. So MSG. So to make MSG, you literally take glutamate. Kind of interesting, right? Don't have MSG. It's not good for you. But yeah, it kind of does. Like, it does taste good. But it's not good for you. Kind of makes it salty, right? Anyways, that sums up amino acids 8 and 9. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Until next time, later.